Hello, welcome back to more Legacy Cube Draft. Ooh, okay, we got some exciting things here. Garruk Wildspeaker, I think is really good as a 4-mana ramp spell. Gives you 2 mana, it's a threat on its own because it makes beasts and then it can overrun. And the fact that it overruns the turn after it comes down is super scary. So I like Garruk. I love Rishadan Port. In the absence of Strip Mine, this is kind of the next best thing. It does tie down your mana, it's nowhere near as good as Strip Mine, but it is very solid. Hedron Archive's okay, Charter Course is pretty good, but in general this pack's actually pretty mediocre. Yeah, I don't know if I want to be Hedron Archiving first pick. It is colorless, so it keeps you open. There's also Daze. Honestly, I kind of want to first pick Rishadan Port. Maybe you could take Garruk, and that's just personal preference right now. I feel like I've drafted quite a bit of green in my days of Cube, and I kind of want to port it up. So I'm going to take Rishadan Port, but I would not fault anyone for taking Garruk or Hedron Archive. I think those are totally acceptable picks as well. Okay, following that up, so what is Port good with? Port is good in low to the ground aggressive decks. Particularly, I think it's better in mono white than it is in mono red, because mono white has like taxing effects like Thalia. That being said, we're not really seeing much of that. I could take Cold Steel Heart. So Cold Steel Heart is just pretty nice. 2-mana accelerants in any color are really versatile. It does keep us open to play anything as well. And this pack is relatively medium. I think good notable cards are Elves. Buried Alive is actually pretty good in this cube. I think Gifts Ungiven is just better than Buried Alive. So I would be taking that. Carry Zev if we want to go into red. Bone Shredder and Opt. I don't know why this card is in the cube. Very frequently it's just like a 5-mana 4/5 with a little bit of upside, but it just doesn't seem good. I'm going to take Cold Steel Heart and maybe Wheel Gifts or something. Okay. There's Nicol Bolas. I love Nicol Bolas. I do like Steam Vents. Although, I think red-blue is a lot better in Vintage. In Legacy Cube, blue-white is actually really powerful, and blue-white does go well with the 2 cards we have. So, this is hard. I think I'm going to be taking a land here. I don't think any of these cards like scream to me like you should definitely be playing this. And maybe we can even get Nicol Bolas on the wheel. We are seeing a lot of white. I'm trying to think of what colors we have not seen yet. I'm going to take Hallowed Fountain. I think the blue-white decks have more stringent mana requirements than the red-blue. Immediately after that, we get past some great red cards. A Pack Rat, too. Also, Mishra's Factory. This pack is a lot better. These are the kind of packs we want more of. I don't know what to lean towards. Nothing seems like amazingly open. And we could take Mishra's Factory and just keep the theme of like lands, and we could probably end up like falling into a good white aggressive deck this way if white seems to be open on the table. I'm actually going to do that. I think Factory is good in a lot of decks. Ooh, okay. Wow. So there's Oracle of Moldiah, but there's also Smuggler's Copter. So the cards we have, probably minus Cold Steel Heart, go pretty well in aggressive decks. Smuggler's Copter is going to be good in mono red, even green, mono white aggro, red white aggro. Like, it's just going to be good in any of those, and it's colorless. I could take Oracle, but I just don't really feel like taking Oracle. It is a signal that green is open, but the cards we have right now aren't that amazing in green. So I'm going to take the Copter. I think this card is really powerful too. Okay. Well, there's Armageddon. Armageddon's a reason to go into white aggro. Seeing it this late I think is a good sign. We could also take something like Whirler Rogue or Sword of Body and Mind, but I think this card is really insane. Okay, well, I think our staying open really paid off. I love Blade Splicer. It's great with things like Smuggler's Copter. This is 4 power for 3 mana. First Strike is really good. If we weren't taking this, I think I'd be taking Tribunal, but it's a really good card. Ooh, okay. I kind of like Spell Queller. It's hard. So we have Hallowed Fountain, but we're not like locked into white or blue by any means. And Tithe Taker is actually kind of good too. Same with Absent. I think Absent's a really powerful card. That being said, I think blue-white in general is better than mono-white. And I think this card's pretty replaceable, so I'm going to take the Spell Queller here. Oh, there's a Kithian. What? Okay. So green is open. We could actually go into green-white. That's not the worst decision. Seeing a Garrick that late is kind of absurd. Like, I'm gonna take Kythian here. Yeah, I'm gonna take Kythian, but that is a very late Garrick. Okay. Angel of Invention I think is really good. The fact that it pumps your whole team and gives you tokens is amazing. If we had taken Garrick, we could have taken Elves maybe. I think I regret my Spell Queller pick now, but we can take Dauntless Bodyguard. Oh wow. Pick up a Student of Warfare, just get a lot of good 1-drops. 1-drops plus Rishadan Port, Rampant Armageddon I think is a pretty good recipe for success. I'm not gonna be doing any of these. Sure, I'll take a Polukranos. I don't think I'm playing him, but just we remembered how open green was, and it's like if you're beating down, this card's fine, but it's pretty medium in general. Okay, what do we got here? Ooh, wow. Fairgrounds Warden, Gideon, Ally of Zendikar is great top end. Mana Leak is pretty good if we do want to end up with blue. Also Marsh Flats helps our mana, fetching up a Hollowed Fountain. And that's about it for us. I don't think this is a Sphinx's Rev deck. We're trying to be pretty low to the ground. Also, Literal Core fits pretty nicely into the blue-white theme. It's unblockable. Shadow. I don't think there's any other shadow cards in the cube. And it loots, so it helps fix your draws. Can we wheel this Gideon? I think this Gideon's too good. I'm gonna take this Gideon. We don't necessarily need a Marsh Flats. Ooh. Wow, Path to Exile. We can probably wheel Ranger. Sorry, Upheaval. And Misty would be good if we do want blue-white, but Path is a great card. Ooh, Council's Judgment. I'm gonna take this. Hopefully we can wheel a Danto Vanguard. I think there's more people who want to take this for like a white control deck. Like you could take this in a white aggro deck and a white control deck, whereas you're only ever going to be taking a Danto Vanguard in an aggro deck. And even if someone takes Vanguard, we can still pick up a Hall of Triumph, which is actually pretty good in white. But I think this card is just busted. Speaking of busted, Spectral Procession is awesome. Probably gonna wheel Revoker or Paladin, but in mono white, this card is amazing. Oh, Mana Tithe. I gotta take it, right? I love Mana Tithe. Nobody plays around it. We could take Arid Mesa, but honestly, we're probably just gonna be mono white if we're trying to play a Spectral Procession. So kind of missing that Tithe Taker would be kind of nice in the 2-drop slot, but we should be able to pick up more. Wow, Swords to Plowshares is a decent card. Passing City Brass and Merry Angel, but look, we got the 2 best removal spells plus the best white 1-drop. Kind of joking, but we got a lot of good 1-drops. We want Mother of Runes. That would really put this deck over the top. Interesting. Okay. Blessed Alliance, they just added this. So this is good for mono white control more than aggro. I think we're deciding between Thraben Inspector and a Mentor of the Meek. So Thraben Inspector is pretty good if we get a lot of team pumps like Angel Invention and Gideon. Mentor is 3 mana, which is kind of a lot to spend, but it is really good for like going late. And we do have quite a few 1-drops, but I kind of like this with like Smuggler's Copter. If we're trying to like mission and port people out, I think just the incremental value of playing these creatures is good. Ooh, Stoneforge. All right, now we'll be pretty happy to pick up equipment if we can find it. I don't really see the need to stray from white. It seems really open. So, not going to pick up any fixing or anything. Well, there's a Fairgrounds Warden. Pretty happy with that one. Don't really need Marsh Flats. Yeah, I think this card's just good. And we got Ranger back. Wow, what is going on here? No respect, but Ranger is a great way to refill our hand. Also, Ranger with Thraben Inspector is pretty sweet. Wow, we got both. I think we need more 2s for Vanguard. Hall of Triumph is cool and all, but there's a lot of things that have this effect. And we got Silverblade. Silverblade hits hard. I just don't like Mentor. We have a lot of creatures. I'm gonna take Godless Shrine just in case. Probably not playing either of those. Yeah, Tithe Taker would be good here, but that's fine. The sword I want most is probably Fire and Ice. Oh, we got a Merry Angel too. Okay. Not sure if I'm going to be playing that, but that card is really sick if you can get it down early. All right. we have correctly identified the open lane again. So Mentor plus a Mariane is a pretty good combo. We'll see what happens. Oh me, oh my. What do I spy? Mother of Runes. Best card for our deck, I think. Maybe Thalia would be better. No, this has got to be the best card for our deck. Especially with stuff like Ranger Rios. Ooh, Selfless Spirit? Man, we just have everything we could ever dream of here. So this protects us from board wipes. It's a 2-mana 2/1 flyer, which honestly hits pretty hard. Now what do we need? Like a sword? Honor of the Pure? Goodness. I mean, that's amazing in this deck. We can probably wheel a Cloud Goat. Yeah, this deck is pretty busted. I don't even know if I want a Mentor. And I could see cutting a Myria Angel. It's a little bit slow. And right now we're not playing Stoneforge, but that could change. Thalia Heretic Cathar. In the right matchup, this card's really good. Solemn is great, but a little expensive for this deck. We don't really take advantage of the mana ramp. I'm gonna take Thalia. Legion's Landing. Oh, wait. Wow. I think I probably... I mean, this deck can flip Legion's Landing really quickly. Sword of Fire and Ice, though, is like... It is the sword I mentioned. It makes Stoneforge Mystic really good. And with a bunch of 1-drops, this is great. Plus, this card should come around. We got a last pick Mentor of the Meek. This card is amazing in the deck. Well, let's see. What does our curve look like, actually? We do have a lot of 3s. We do have a lot of 3s. And more 1s like makes this deck even more consistent. I think I can wheel it. I think if I could only choose between these two, Legion's Landing is better for the deck. But I'm just so confident that we should be able to wheel that card that I'm going to take Sword because it does help our deck quite a bit. Archangel Evison is great. Don't really need anything else. Ooh, Brightling. You know, this could be the time for it to shine. I don't so much like Sword of War and Peace. It does hit hard if you can get it down early, but Fire and Ice is just so much better, and too many swords gets pretty clunky. Plus, yeah, I'm just gonna take Brightling. Oh, I thought that was Wasteland for a second. My heart skipped a beat. Wasteland in this deck would be the nuts. Anafenza versus Journey. I honestly think Anafenza's fine here, right? We already have Swords and Path to Exile. So we don't really need this. And Anafenza's a really good aggressive 2-drop here. Take a Savannah. Parallax Wave is... I'm not going to be using Savannah, right? I'll just take a Parallax Wave. Well, I feel bad now. Tristani's actually pretty nice. But I think we're just going to cut fixing from other people. Generally, hate drafting doesn't... Like, I don't recommend it. But if you're going to hate draft something, just cut fixing from the... Yes, we got it. Okay. Just cut fixing from the pod, because that's the stuff that matters the most, I think. Like, if you're playing mono white, Rishadan Port, and your opponents just have all bad mana, you're going to win the game. If our opponent has sweepers, I can see bringing that in. I want to be pretty low to the ground here. We have some 3s to cut. Maybe Brightling is just bad. Yeah, it doesn't really matter. We're pretty aggressive. This is more for like having this be your only creature and protecting it. We just want to put stuff in play and kill our opponent. Fairgrounds Warden, Council's Judgment. I could honestly see cutting Silverblade. It's a little expensive. This is a 3. Honor the Pure, Vanguard. All the rest of these cards are amazing. I like the Sword. Ranger gets a bunch of 1-drops, so that's good. Do we really need this top end? I mean, this card's kind of unbeatable if we resolve it. But we could just not have 5-drops in our deck. Kind of like just not having 5-drops in the deck. 16 lands, Rishadan Port, Mistress Factory, Armageddon. Like, really, what more do we need? And if we can easily side into a big deck with Emira Angel, Avacyn, Angel, Silverblade Paladin, Brightwing. But I think being just as aggressive as possible game 1 is a good strategy. So, see you guys round 1. Guys, I think this deck is busted. What do you think? You think this hand's good? I think this hand's pretty good. I'm gonna keep. We can start coptering. Ooh, Spired Bluff Canal, okay. Ooh, Thalia. Okay, so we're gonna lead off on Legion's Landing here. Then we can turn 2 Swords to Plowshares. We have a lot of options actually. I think I'm just gonna copter turn 2. I think the looting's pretty valuable. Land 3, okay. So we have 2 options. We can copter, we could just play copter. And they could easily have so many counter spells like Daze, Mana Leak, all that stuff. Or we could pass, Rishadan port their Spire Bluff Canal, and then play copter with 1 mana up. Or honestly just jam a Thalia. I kind of like the Thalia. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Let's attack for 1. Well, I guess we can see. We can attack if they kill the vampire with like Electrolyze. Then we're definitely jamming the copter. Yeah, we're just gonna port on upkeep. I think that's fine with me. I really do want Thalia to resolve. And if they play any creature, we can exile it. Opt, okay, sure. So they didn't opt end of turn, which is kind of odd. How did they scry with opt? Bottom, okay. So they have 2 blue up. I kind of like just going for Thalia here now. I don't know, maybe that sequencing was bad. Oh, that's bad. Yeah, maybe they didn't have counterspell for the copter. So now we know they have Remove Soul, we can play around it at least. Okay, so I think the game plan this turn is copter, maybe Swords the Pteramander. Oh, Factory. I think I'm okay offering the trade here. There's like a very small chance they take it. And we can always crew the copter with the Factory if we really need to. Okay, I didn't think they would. So this is gonna cost, this costs 8, this costs 6, so there's no way they can do it next turn. Unless they have like Lightning Bolt. So we can play Copter and Rishadan Port, or we can just jam a Gideon. I kind of like jamming a Gideon. If they have Spell Pierce, sure. But Force Spike is gone from the cube, and Lightning Bolt makes it tough. I guess the Pteramander attack plus Lightning Bolt would get there, but I'm just gonna start making Knights. Next turn we can even flip Legion's Landing off the Factory if we need to. The other benefit of jamming Gideon here is we can just plus Gideon, swing out, Armageddon, flip Legion's Landing, and then Swords their guy. Like if they tap out for something. Because Armageddon on this board state wins. They're, like, we have a Gideon in play. Yep. Okay, so Bolt would be a little annoying. But that is what it is. That would have been one reason to uptick Gideon, I guess. Just be a big creature. Collective Defiance. Oh, that's gross. Okay. That actually completely negates the Gideon. Good play, opponent. So we could Armageddon here. I don't love doing that because our lands are so like high value. I kind of want to just go Smuggler's Copter, Fairgrounds Warden, their Pteramander. Yeah, because if we Rishadan Port on their upkeep, they're just going to use it to treasure map. So yeah, and I'd rather have Copter resolve. I think the Fairgrounds Warden is somewhat marginal. And now we can Armageddon pretty safely next turn. I think with this in play, we can kind of do a lot. No upkeep, interesting. Means they probably have a good 5-drop. There's a lot of stuff they could have. Any like burn spell or something could get us. I think I'm gonna tap like this and just cast Armageddon, because then we can play a Plains post-combat and then see what they have. Yeah, that works for me. Hard cast Force of Will, sure. So now we can go Plains, crew this. Crew the Copter here. We're just trying to hit for the most damage. This is also going to flip Legion's Landing. So transform, loot, discard of Plains. And we can actually cast the swords here too, that's pretty sick. So now we can start Rishadan porting in their upkeep, swinging with Mistress Factory, making 1/1s. Yeah, this is not the worst position to be in. Devil's Play, Fairgrounds Warden. Sounds good. So they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do I want a swords right now? I don't really feel the need to. This costs 3 to adapt. But if they do adapt, then we're in trouble. So I want to go for it. No, it's going to take like their whole turn to adapt. I'm going to wait. They have like a bolt or something? No, okay. So we're gonna crew the Copter with our vampire that we make off of this. Crew the Copter here. I kind of want to activate Mishra's Factory, but then we're not drawing anything. We have to play a land to swing with Factory and everything else, but that does pressure them a lot, so I think we can. Swing with everything. Yeah, let's loot. Okay, so I feel pretty happy playing this Plains now. Down to 4, let's play Plains, pass turn. So they're gonna flip treasure map, I imagine. How did they scry? Bottom. So I can path the Terramander right now when they're tapped out. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. It's honestly not that scary. Like if they play like Frost Titan or something, I'll be much more scared. Because we could just go wide on this Terramander. In fact, I don't even think that saves them. So we didn't port on upkeep because of the treasure map. Sure. It's a weird scry. If you know you're gonna scry, do it pre-combat, because you scried to the bottom. Niv Mizzet, sure. So that's a good one to kill. Whenever you draw a card, deals 1 damage to anything. Okay. I'm okay with them killing something now. Swords the Niv. Wait, do we just have lethal? We had we had 4 attackers. No, we didn't just have lethal. And a lot of scary things can happen with a Niv Mizzet in play. Oh, that's good. That's really good. I'm gonna cast that. Use that to crew the copter. Make a factory. Crew this. Swing, swing, swing. I don't want to loot. That kind of shows them more information. We don't have any graveyard synergies. So Magma Jet on the factory. Okay, that's a little upsetting, but it is what it is. They're out of treasure tokens now. They have 1 card in hand. Also, we're at 26. So that's a thing. We're at 26. I think I do tap down Volcanic Island now in their upkeep. They can use that to adapt Terramander, but then they're not casting like a Frost Titan or something. Double top. Okay. Well, if they die next turn, then who knows? You don't top lanes you cannot win with. Alright. So we're gonna tap that, just in case they have some weird spells they would like to cast. Because Terramander only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This only costs 2 to make a 5/5. Sure. But we're forcing them to do it. That's the benefit. Making your opponent do stuff when they don't necessarily want to, I think is really good. Okay. That's pretty good. So right now we can swing with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 attackers. They can eat the copter and take 4. It doesn't seem so bad to me. And I'm okay with Anafenza being our draw. I guess if we hit a removal spell, this is even better. Yeah, I'm okay losing the copter here. And we want to pressure them before they get a chance to Young Pyromancer. Okay, discard planes. They just scoop? Okay. I don't know why you double top if you're just going to concede to an attack. Well, Sword of Fire and Ice is good against their deck. I'm just going to play it back. Seems a bit slower, but we have a lot of 1-drops we can draw, and I think Selfless Spirit on 2 is not the worst play we could have. Okay, no upkeep stop yet, but we do have this. It does make Spectral Procession a bit awkward, but I think it just has so much value going forward. I wish it was Strip Mine, but one can only... Whoa. What? Alright. If my opponent is going to mulligan and then cast Faithless Looting, I'm totally cool with that one. So they basically mulled the 5. Mishra's Factory. So they could have Remove Soul. But I think against an mulliganing opponent, we just want to pressure them. So if they remove Soul, that's fine. We're going to trade 1 for 1, and then we're just going to refuel with Ranger of Eos. We can't give them a tempo advantage by waiting and like Rishadan porting and something else. So, ooh, that's good. This looks like a Vendilion click. Let's attack for 2. Okay. Play this. And if we get to untap, we're just gonna Armageddon. They also can't Pyroclasm our way our board because of Selfless Spirit. So really no way for them to deal with this cleanly. And Murmuring Mystic, okay. So we can just Fairgrounds Warden this. And I'm gonna play Mishra's Factory into Fairgrounds Warden. I suppose we could have just cast Armageddon. Wow. Force of Will. Well, they have a 1/1 flyer. I'm okay trading this for a 1/1. Yep. So we're gonna play the long game. We have 2 lands in hand. Magma Jet, that one seems okay. They have no cards in hand. One bottom, one top. Alright, what did you top? A spell. That one's decent. That one's pretty good. We're just gonna do that. Equip here. The reason we equip here is we can sack the Selfless Spirit to protect this. Nice. Alright, round 1 down. See you guys round 2. Alright, round 2. We're on the play. This deck is gross. Oh yeah. Look at this. This is gonna be a I guess it depends whether or not we attack with Mom or not. I don't think we will be, but like Mom into Selfless Spirit, how do you lose? Alright, do you have the turn 1 removal spell? Otherwise, you're gonna have a rough time. What's going on with Shiny Beast? Strange. Okay. Well, can you kill it? If you can't kill it, you're in trouble. Turn 1 Mom wins. No. Okay. Whew. Feel better now. Against a Zergo Bell Striker. I kind of like getting the Lifelinker in play against Mono Red. 3-minute Inspector. And theoretically, we can flip Legion's Landing next turn if we draw like a really busted 4-drop. I don't really want to expose Mother of Runes. Oh, red-green, interesting. Okay, I feel a bit safer against red-green here. No attacks is interesting. Oh, man. Alright, well, look, sometimes you just get draws that win games. We're still going to keep Mom back. There's no reason to expose her to removal for no reason. I said that twice, but like next turn we can play Selfless Spirit. Selfless Spirit with Mother of Runes out. Seems pretty good to me. Just don't be a Pyroclasm. Yeah, that's fine. And if we don't draw anything, we can Spirit into a clue as well. Well, the correct way to do your sequencing is crack the clue, then play Spirit, because you could draw something that you want to cast this turn. So for those who know, always draw cards if you have the option to first. I'm trying to think of what 2-drop would be like busted. Oh, an Anthem effect would be pretty good. Yeah, if we draw Honor of the Pure. Come on. So the real question is Is it worth throwing away a 1/2 or a 1/1 to flip the landing? I think the answer is very much yes. Oh. Or we could do that. Let's go planes. You know, I kind of like just ultimating Gideon right away. If we ultimate Gideon, we can swing, flip Legion's Landing, and we have a thing that makes 2/2 lifelinkers. That being said, how does their deck deal with Gideon plus Mother of Runes? Yeah, we're just gonna make some knights. We're gonna go for the slightly greedier long-term play, I think. And swing with all of these. They can eat one of our guys, that doesn't really matter. Right? 2/2 blocks the 1/2. Sure. That way we get to flip this at least. I suppose this plays slightly worse into Pyroclasm, but like think of it this way. We play Gideon, we make a 2/2. Next turn we attack with Gideon. He's a 5/5. And then the following turn we emblem Gideon. I think that's a really good sequence of events that red-green is going to have a hard time beating. Like Rebel Master makes a 1/1 that we just eat with the Knight Ally token. Okay. Ooh, the Copter, I like that too. Okay, so it's plus Gideon. So we have a 1/2 and a 1/3 that can block the Rabble Man, and I think this turn we're gonna get in with Gideon and the Knight token. These can stay back and block pretty well. Selfless Spirit can protect our whole team, and Copter can block their 2/2s. Yeah, it's a pretty good board state. I don't even know if I need to emblem Gideon. Like, how do they come back from this? They can't play a board wipe. They can't steal our guys. Yeah, that's what I figured. Red green. I do. Let's see. Brightling could be good because he can gain lifelink. Well, this stops. They didn't see any non-basic lands. This stops creatures, but maybe Brightling's better for the lifelink strategies. It really depends on how aggressive they are. I saw a Goblin Rabble Master, so I think I'm gonna go for lifelink. Yeah, against Zergo, Goblin Rabble Master. Also the third toughness against an opponent. Oh wow, with potentially burn spells and stuff like that. Like this is way harder to kill, and it can boost its own toughness. So we play it on like 4. We can make it a 3/4, and that's real hard for red to deal with. As long as they don't have a way to kill Mom. Again, I think this deck is unbeatable. Zergo, sure. Zergo's fine. So if we don't hit a land... Oh, never mind. We're good. We got a plan too. So I think playing Mom turn 1 is great. What I was thinking of doing is playing Legion's Landing turn 1, and then turn 2 playing Honor of the Pure to get some lifelink. But yeah, we untapped with Mom, so... This is kind of awkward. But I think we actually want to get Legion's Landing in play now. That way we can, if we don't hit a land next turn, we can start doing lifelink stuff. Our hand really favors a late game. We have Ranger of Eos, Brightling, Blade Splicer, Mother of Runes. So just gaining as much life as possible, I think, is in our best interest right now. So it's a bit off curve, but you know, doing this next turn, getting a 2/2 lifelink, I think is our best bet. Okay, no attacks with Mom. Okay, and no plays end of turn from the opponent. That's good. They can keep him back, I guess. Third land, nothing. Path to Exile. Okay, so here's why we went with this play. Now we can play Honor of the Pure. Get a 2/2 lifelinker. Offer the trade. Nice. And we can even path our own vampire if it comes to that. So 4 mana, please don't be a planeswalker. Xenagos is scary, but they did play it pre-combat. They should have actually, I guess they get in the same amount of damage. No, they get in less, yeah. They should have played it post-combat, because they can attack with Zergo, and then I don't know if they have a removal spell, and then they can actually post-combat the Xenagos. Alright, let's hit a land here. Graben Inspector. Well, that blocks everything real nicely, so we'll do that. And we can path. I don't really see the need to path. Again, playing off curve, but we just want to get to the late game. The Xenagos is going to become a problem though, because they can just make a bunch of satyrs, and we don't really have much of a way to deal with that. If we don't hit a land next turn though, we can play Selfless Spirit and start being a bit more aggressive with Mother of Runes activations, because we can always sacrifice the Selfless Spirit to keep her alive. Okay. That's a good sequence of hits right there. Okay. Not a bad start. So do we want to path the Goblin Rabblemaster? It makes 1/1s. We can eat the 1/1s no problem. Interesting. What could they have for 5 mana? I think I'm gonna wait and path the 5 mana play. We obviously could have cast this in response and then negated them 1 mana. Okay, that wouldn't have mattered though. They have Domri. Yeah, we're in trouble. They have 2 cards in hand. They got Scrap Heap Scrounger, okay. Yeah, this is quite problematic. I think I'm gonna try and let them get aggressive with combat and then use Path to Exile to clear like the remaining blocker. Because they could just like right click attack all, and that would be pretty bad. That's not what we want to see. We do gain 2 life here. I think we're gonna have to do Mother of Runes, give this vampire pro red, and kill this Domri. Yeah. That's unfortunate. Yeah, and I think we have to play Selfless Spirit. I think Selfless Spirit plus like Brightling is going to be or Mother of Runes is going to be our key to victory. Okay, so we go that. Again, still playing off curve, but this keeps Mom alive. And all of these are red. So you gain protection from red. Let's kill Domri. And Selfless Spirit is kind of unblockable too. You know, we probably can squeeze our way out of this. Maybe. With like a strategic path. Okay, let's kill Domri. Sweet. This is a really good game so far. A lot of decisions. Our opponents had an excellent draw, but so have we. And I really think... Oh, that's not good. Yeah, if they have Craterhoof, they have Craterhoof. I don't know if you run Hoof Daddy in like your Zergo deck. Rampaging Ferocidon, sure. Deals 1 damage, okay. So far we can beat this board, as crazy as it might sound. As long as this last card isn't like the craziest thing ever. Okay, let's see here. I feel like I need to get rid of this Ferocidon because it's going to do a bunch of damage to us over the course of the game. And we can just trade 3-bit Inspector for Rabble Master. So that's not so bad. Yeah, okay, that seems fine to me. We're going to block the Goblin with Selfless Spirit. We have 1 card in hand and a bunch of 2/2s. Yep, take 1. Nice. So blocks, put the 3/2 on the 1/1 and the 2/3. Probably just on the 2/2 here. We take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We fall to 14, but we have lifelink and we're gonna have a lot more blockers next turn. We are going to exile the Ferocidon. I think that's important here. They have all the mana in the world, so giving them an extra token doesn't really matter. And now they have no blockers, so we get a free way to kill Xenagos. Yeah. Ooh. I like that. Yep, let's move to combat. Attack Xenagos, attack Xenagos. So OP has no blockers. We have Mother of Runes to protect. Then we can Fairgrounds Ward in the Rabble Master, and this is a 2/4. So that can block everything on their side of the board. Yeah, I don't mind this. Maybe we should have flipped Legion's Landing, but no, I think having blockers back is way better. Fairgrounds Warden. Exile you. Sweet. And the last card in their hand clearly is not very relevant because they didn't play it last turn with infinite mana. This is how you do it. This is how you grind through a game. We'll see. I don't want to get too hasty. This could be Craterhoof. This could be Green Suns for Craterhoof, or they're just going to concede. What is this much mana? Guys, they have a spell. I don't like that. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay. Green Suns? There's gotta be... No Crater Hoof, no Crater Hoof, no Crater Hoof. Dude! You actually had Green Suns for Crater Hoof? Are we dead? We're probably super dead, right? I can't believe they had Green Suns for Hoof dead. Alright, well I thought we were winning that game, but we did not. That doesn't matter. You, pro green. That hurts. They actually had Crater Hoof. They must have drawn it because they had lethal last turn too. Right? I don't know. I don't know what happened there. That was weird. Pretty good top deck for them. So Anthem effects seem good. I don't know how good Armageddon is against a deck that's also aggressive. So I kind of like bring in Angel. Rishadan Port is okay. It doesn't cost us that much. We could get some really good blowouts with Archangel Avacyn. But that's another 5-drop. Yeah, we're just gonna run Angel of Invention. I think the Anthem effect is good enough. And we just gotta hope to dodge Green Suns for Crater Hoof off the top. Yeah, that sounds great. Hopefully we get to see Brightling do some things. I can't believe. Okay, we know they have Crater Hoof now. That's good to know. Keeping us waiting. Okay, opponent mulliganed, which is good for us, and they scribe to the bottom. Nice. So, Student of Warfare. You know, I think I kind of want to Dauntless Bodyguard this Brightling. So I think my game plan is going to be Student of Warfare. Next turn, make it a 3/3. And then play Brightling. Yeah. And then Gideon. Like, that's a pretty unbeatable curve, right? Now that we know our opponent has Crater Hoof, we can't just wait around because they're going to win the late game. Rattleclaw. Yeah. Ooh, 3/3 first strike. Okay. So yeah, we're gonna do this. We're gonna play a Naked Brightling. I think that's fine for the sake of curve. I wouldn't typically not like doing this, but we have powerful cards in our hand, and I don't think it's worth like playing a 1-drop here instead of a good card. If we have Flame Tongue, okay, like Pelucranos, now we can just exile it and hit for 1,000,000 damage. Council's Judgment. Exile you. This one. And we're hitting for 6. That's pretty good. And I'm just gonna play Bodyguard, naming Brightling. This is kind of the best possible start. So this takes level 7 to hit double strike, and we can make it level 6. So the top deck planes, we have an 8/8 or 8 damage right there. Xenagos is not gonna do it. Not gonna do it. Search for tomorrow, sure. I kind of want to just give you an emblem. That seems super greedy though. Actually, no, Gideon Emblem seems good. If we Gideon Emblem, these are both 4/4s. Yeah, so if we get an emblem, they have to block one of these two. Wait. Wait. So they already have to... No, Brightling can only hit for 6. They do have to block this, right? If they block this, this can become a 5. 6, 7 is not enough. Okay, so we're gonna go Plains, Gideon. And just emblem it immediately. And if we Gideon emblem, this forces a chump block on Brightling, plus they take 7 damage and fall to 1 life. Attack with all creatures, attack you. Right? So now they have to block here. They take 7. And now all of our creatures are lethal. And I'm just going to hold up the white to protect Brightling in case they have some weird board white. But they're at 1 life and they only have 2 blockers. This seems like Chump City to me. And we have Mistress Factory coming down very soon. Yep. Well, they have 3 Chump blockers. What are the revealed cards? Oh, they have Natural Order in their deck. Their deck looks pretty solid, I'm gonna be honest. Forest, yep. What is this? It's the last 4 mana. Goblin Rabblemaster. Alright, if they somehow can cast a Craterhoof next turn, I will be dead, I think. Plains. So... this has to be chumped. So they block here. They can like triple block Brightling, but killing all their creatures seems good for us. So let's give it Vigilance Lifelink. Just so we like don't die. We have a lot of lands. Vigilance, Lifelink. Swing out. This is first strike, so it's very hard to kill. Attack you, attack you, attack you. So double blocks for them will be a bit precarious. I think I should have waited for the lifelink. There's no reason to do it right now. Just the rabble, man. I kind of want to gain a bunch of life here. I guess I can only gain 1 life, right? But we can gain 1 life. I guess this plays into Lightning Bolt, which would be... No, we can gain 1 life. Pay 1. +1, -1 makes it a 5/3. Okay. Okay. Let's play Factory. Level this up. This takes white to return to its own hand. So I think we can just wait. The double strike on that doesn't really matter. I think the only thing that matters is protecting Brightling and having more creatures than our opponent. So Craterhoof I don't think kills us because we can make this a 5, or we could give this a lifelink. So that's good to play around. They can flip Nissa this turn with a land off the top. That's a little scary. Yeah, okay. Flip Nissa, 1 card in hand. Chump City, currently. But I think plus winning Nissa is real sketch. I think they have to make the 4/4 here. Yeah. Okay, so they don't have anything good in hand. So we're drawing to removal spell. Oh, what is this? What? Okay, it's pretty good. Now we're not drawing to much, I guess. Okay, that's a creature. Creatures are good for us. And a Fenza. The problem is they're just gonna get Xenagos. We need flyers here. I'm gonna level this up a bunch. Level 4, level 5. So next turn, we can make it really big. Well, we're both top decking, but they have Nissa. And they're at 1 life here. I don't really like our chances because Indestructible Hazard's kind of problematic. Ugh, Wall of Blossoms is so good right now. Yep. Yep. So Factory Blocks is a 3/3. This one might be slipping away, I don't know. I honestly cannot believe our opponent's still in this. Like, props to them, because they did a very good job. Oh, no. What? Oh, that's disgusting. Alright, well, we're gonna die. What? Okay, well, we're super dead. Alright, well, we can't beat these series of draws. I mean, their deck looks very good, but my goodness. Doesn't really do it. So they have 1, 2, 3, 4 blockers. I don't have any trample. And they're gonna make our life total equal to 3 and then swing out. Oh no. They can just make our life total equal to 3 and then double activate Hazoret. Yeah, that's an issue. It's a pretty big issue. So playing equip this puts us to 1. This is very frustrating to lose this way. Our opponent had 1 creature in play, right? Like 2 turns ago. I think we're dead. I don't think playing sword does anything, but neither does anything else. We just basically need them to not see the shaman activation. I think that's our only option. It's just like wait, hope they don't see it. And we draw Mother of Runes and then give Brightling Pro. Dude, come on. And guys, alright. Can we just talk about what they drew in order? Because I believe it was insane, whatever it was. The last draws didn't matter, but good games, opponent. I imagine they're shamaning here. Maybe I shouldn't have tapped out, because now they know they have the win. Oh, they played a land! See? See, your opponents can mess up. Now we get another untap step. Yeah, I don't mind that. Well, Maybe we get another untap step. I actually don't know. I don't know if we do. Because that's 7. This can gain 7. So that counters that. And then we chump hazard it. We're at 3. I think they have lethal if they swing out. Okay, well, we get another turn. So we have some options. This is why you play it out. Danto Vanguard. I don't think that does it. Yeah, there's no way that does it. And anything can just run into Hazoret. That's kind of problematic. Alright, well, I think this is relatively free to try and go for. Let our opponent mess up even further. There's like no way they do. But you never know what happens here. Huh? That's what I figured. Okay, we're gonna get around the trampling Carney T here. Gonna lifelink here. Sword falls off. Play Vanguard. Bolster onto the Vanguard. And equip sword to this one. And then level up student. We're very much dead. I probably should just be conceding, but opponent didn't win the game last turn when they easily could have. So it's not impossible that we somehow come out of this. What? Alright, look. Yeah, you can draw those cards. See, see you guys around 3. Ooh, do we want this on the draw? I think this hand is fine on the draw. Both of these are pretty high power cards, and our opponent mulliganed. Like, we have lands and spells. This deck has a ton of 1-drops, so it's pretty likely we play something on turn 2. That's not as good. I don't like either of these things that are happening right now. None of them are good. That's extremely good. Although, Bitter Blossom kind of negates our sword. But honestly, Stoneforge was probably the best 2-drop we could have hit. Next turn we can play Thalia, and then they don't get a Fairy Rogue token blocking. That's kind of cool. Selfless Spirit. Yeah, I think I like playing Thalia here. Tap Bitter Blossom token is pretty powerful. This has first strike, so the Vampire Nighthawk can't block it easily. It just has to like chump. And it means they can't get in with the Fairy Rogue without worrying about getting hit by Stoneforge. If they have a kill spell, things get weirder. And I don't like where that goes. But I think first strike will be the key to this matchup. Alright, let's see if they attack. If they attack, then I'm worried about kill spells. Oh no. Yep. Don't like that. This is way too tempting. Way too tempting from them. I don't think I bite. We're just gonna hit for 3, and we want him to use the removal spell on Thalia. Actually, maybe I do want them. Maybe I do bite. Because if they kill Thalia, then we can start doing like Mother of Runes, Sword of Fire and Ice stuff. Alternatively, yeah, this is like the most obvious removal spell ever, but I want it out of their hands for Mother of Runes. And if they don't have it, then that's great for us too. Yeah, perfect. And that was an exile spell, so next turn we can go Selfless Spirit, Mother of Runes, Sword Equip. And we're going to equip Sword to Selfless Spirit so I can block the Fairy Rogues. Yeah, there are worse things. Graveyard Marshal. Okay. Yep, Plains. Selfless Spirit. You're gonna kill my Stoneforge? Please kill my Stoneforge. Alright, from all this pausing, I think they have a kill spell. And they're deciding if they want to kill it. So I feel like I equip Sword to Stoneforge. That makes it have 4 toughness, so it can block Graveyard Marshal. Which seems good to me. And actually, it's probably the creature we want to attack with next turn anyway. Because, yeah. Well, I suppose I can just attack with it now, right? They have to chump with a fairy token? No, that doesn't do anything, right? They just double block. Well, double blocking is pretty good. I'm trying to think of how this goes. I think I wait. I think I wait. Okay, so yeah. Indestructible, it doesn't really matter, but they get Bitter Blossom. So we need a way to block flyers pretty badly, or a way to kill Bitter Blossom. We can. Interesting. Yeah, you don't want to attack with that. How many turns do we have? Not many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're taking 5 this turn, 6 next turn. Yeah, it's not great. And that's not great. So they have 1 card in hand and they just drew it. I think we gotta give this pro black and start killing flyers. I think that's the only real way we have a real shot in this game. And we can leave Graveyard Marshal alive because we can actually block it. Let's just kill the fairy tokens. Ooh. I like that. Use the ability. So Dauntless Bodyguard can protect Mom. And Student of Warfare can gain double strike with the sword. Wait, can we kill them with double striking sword? How quickly can we level up? The problem is we're taking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're taking a lot of damage. What does Kithian's Flip do? We need like a little bit of life here. Okay, so Dauntless Bodyguard protects Mom, but we might not even be able to do that. I think our best bet, so Student of Warfare Double Strike costs 7. We can play it, level it up once, and then untap 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we need to buy one more turn to be able to do that. I don't know if we can actually afford a Dauntless Bodyguard. I think we might have to go Kythian Student of Warfare. Flip Kythian, preventing Vampire Nighthawk. So how much damage is this right now? We take 6 on this turn, we fall to 2. But then we just die on the backswing. We can draw swords? And whenever it and 2 other creatures. Okay, so I guess Thraben Inspector draws us to Spectral Procession as the only card. Yeah, I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do. I think Student of Warfare is one key to victory. We could surprise them and level it up like a million times. And then can't foresee us swinging with 3 creatures. So I think Thraben Inspector draw cards is our other best bet. So we play Student of Warfare. We're just a little bit of mana short because we can make this a double striker next turn. Right? But then we just die to the Flyers. I think I'm going to play to our outs and try and go for the Student of Warfare level up plan. I think that's our only shot, is getting this double striking and shooting down Flyers and maybe drawing Swords to Plowshares to deal with this Vampire Nighthawk. There are a million things that kill us here. We need our opponent to draw just straight blanks. So we block Graveyard Marshal with Range of Eos. We take 5 in the air, we fall to 3 life. Right. So now what? I think we have to go Thraben Inspector, draw a card, right? Because there's no way we can level this up enough this turn. And if we just hit with Stoneforge, we can get him to mess up actually. So we can level this up once. For 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, we can hit him down to 9. That's nothing. How do they gain all this life? Oh, this guy. So we have both of these. We can swing with both and give this pearl black. Okay. Protection from black. And if they mess up and block there, we had a chance to draw swords. Obviously they did not, so that's problematic. This kills this. Okay. Now we're getting somewhere interesting because we can swords our own creature. If we swords... Okay. Right, if we swords that, we take 3 and die. But we can sword Stoneforge Mystic. And that does something worthwhile. The double strike on here is going to do 8 and 8. That will be 16. So we just need to level this up a bunch. They have one card in hand. Five. Six. I want to make it a 4/4 so it's less likely that they kill it. And we're going to swords this, and then next turn equip sword. That's 6 damage, double strike. So it's 8, and that's 16 damage. And this gains 3, puts us up to 6, and we're only taking 5. So, barring a kill spell from the opponent, we actually have this game. No, we don't, because... Oh, that was bad. Vampire Nighthawk gains them life. How did I mess that up? Oh, no, we're still fine, because they lose a life this turn and next turn. Okay. Right? We're at 3, we go up to 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, okay. Don't have anything, opponent. Just don't do anything. No removal spells. We're untapping. Oh my gosh. We're untapping. Planes. Equip here. Is this gonna actually get there? Fairgrounds Warden. Exile this. Wait, I want to make sure... I guess it doesn't matter, we have to go for it. And this gives us extra Mother Runes backup. 7 is a 6/6 double strike. Please. Target your face. I hope I did the math right. I think I did the math right, guys. Is there any way... No, we're just dead if anything happens. So we're just gonna pass. Do they die to Bitter Blossom? Yes! Yes! That's how you win a game of Magic right there. Honestly, I have no idea how we won that. That was incredible. We should have used the mana to cast Blade Splicer, I think. That was our biggest mistake because we got lucky that like their life total just happened to work out Xaxes. This would have been better insurance. As you see, we had 3 mana up anyway, so we could have done it, but that was amazing. Okay, let's get some... Oh man, that was a great game of Magic right there. Mono black aggro. Armageddon seems kind of meh. And again, Brightling. In the aggro matchups, I think Brightling's pretty solid. Some of these other cards are also pretty good. Like, this is a bit clunky against removal, but it does gain a bunch of life. And I think that life gain's pretty relevant. Wow, I cannot... Oh yeah, this hand is good. Very, very good. Let's keep. So we're going to turn 1 Legion's Landing into turn 2 on Offenza, turn 3 Kithian. And if they have no removal spells, these are all going to flip. So that's pretty good. We're going to attack with the Vampire here. And we do lose a little bit of value here playing on Offenza, but if we get to bolster off of both of these ETBs, that's going to be pretty nice with a 2/2 lifelinker and a 3/2 Kithian. That's kind of the worst possible situation that the ultimate price our dude, but not so bad. We still have 2 creatures here. I think next turn we're going to play Factory and then these 2, so it's really hard for them to stop us from flipping this. Okay. That's a good card. Oh, wow. Let's go, Mom. I think I'm just gonna play all the 1-drops now. Raven Inspector. Kithian. So they can kill Mother of Runes. Obviously, if they have like Massacre Worm, we dead, but I'm excited for the untap step here. Yeah. Don't kill her. Don't kill her. No, stop. Stop. Stop doing that. Okay. That's the actual worst possible thing that could have happened there. But it's fine. My goodness. Okay, that's a good recovery. I cannot complain. Let's play Factory. So we have 3 attacking flyers to flip Legion's Landing, start making some dudes. And we can cut them off mana. That was so gross, that Toxic Deluge. Oh man. Okay, 3 cards in hand. You know they... Obviously, like, let's see, what's bad? Vampire Nighthawk. Doom Whisper, like any big flying blocker is problematic, but if we can get 3 clean damage in, I'll feel pretty happy with our position. Plus, Mishra's Factory, a lot of people forget it can become a 3/3 by pumping itself. That's not as good. We still might be able to get him with the Factory, though. We lose a Spirit, so Landing's not going to flip. Because I don't think it's worth throwing away. Oh. Interesting. No, I don't think it's worth throwing that away. Let's go... we're gonna attack for 2. Yeah, if they block with Chupacabra on Factory, then Liliana flips, and that's pretty rough. I'm gonna play Vanguard and Rishadan Port. I don't see the need to upkeep port them just yet. I think blocking with Factory is better. Or cracking a clue, like both of those are really high value plays. Obviously if they Grave Titan us, then that happens. Or Massacre Worm. Both are pretty rough. Spawn of Mayhem. Okay, so at the beginning of each upkeep, this deals 1 damage to each player. Then if you have 10 or less life, it gets bigger. So that's gonna have to die soon. Please forget. Okay, they did not forget. Okay, so we're gonna crack a clue now. I want to hold up white, I think. That's a reason to hold up white. I mean, I think I'm gonna have to path this. Anyway, and I want all my mana for next turn. So we'll do that now. Okay, they have 1 card in hand. It's not so bad. We can just swing out. They can chomp with Ravenous Chupacabra to flip Liliana. And she cannot immediately return the Chupacabra to kill something. So I think this is worth it. Plus then they have 0 creatures in play. Yep. Transform Legion's Landing. Okay, make you indestructible. So they get a Liliana. Let's play the last card in hand so they don't get us with a... Oh, they get a zombie? Oh, that makes it a little bit worse, but not horrible. Stopping their upkeep here. So we want to 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Let's Rishadan Port of Swamp here. We can still activate either Adanto or the factory, but not both. I think it's really unlikely they make us activate the factory to block, though. And somehow we're still in this game. That's kind of incredible to me. So she can go up to 5, but we can hit her down really low. That's a good one. That's a pretty good one. Okay. Yep, goodbye flyer. Yep. Okay. Do this. Draw a card. That's a good card. Yeah, I'm okay swinging with Vanguard. So Spirit Liliana goes down to 4, so if they want a Chupacabra. There's some awkward things going on with Brightling returning to hand. I think we have to swing with Vanguard. We have to swing with the Spirit for sure. We can swing with Factory too. That just seems a little bad. Let's just swing with these two. Because Vanguard is doing nothing on defense, so attack Liliana, attack Liliana. Yep, keep you alive. And we can pay life here because we have life-linking vampires and Brightling. If they want to bring back Chupacabra, then I don't think there's any need to port here. We can play Brightling and hold up Activation or Adanto. And if they kill Liliana to Chupacabra this, we just bounce it to hand. So that's not so bad. And they're top decking, so they could just be a complete blank. Obviously, if they use all 8 mana and cast like Shieldred or something, I'll be sad, but this card's been pretty solid. Like, it does kind of everything you would want it to do. It stays alive, it gains life, it blocks, it does a bunch of damage. All around solid beater. And honestly, I don't even think I activate Adanto if they just pass. Like, if they pass and don't use Liliana, then I think I just have to hold up this bounce effect because it's so clear that they have a kill spell. Because it's so good for them to plus Liliana. Kalatas, okay. Yeah, that's a good card. Okay. This is only non-token creatures. Please forget Liliana. No, they're gonna Liliana. I guess they're deciding if they want to Chupacabra my Blightning. That does a lot actually. It denies me a Adanto token because I have to bounce it. That does a lot actually, yeah. Okay, opponent's going for the Chupacabra game plan. I imagine they're going to target Brightling. I don't know if I agree with that. I think Liliana was a good line of defense for them. Because we can just build up enough vampires to like chump. Maybe I should have actually just blocked Shriekmaw with Mishras. Because I have to block it eventually anyway. So this goes to its owner's hand. Yeah, this is a little problematic. Okay. Play Brightling. Play the Plains because Brightling has some abilities that matter. And do we attack with the Spirit? I think the answer is no. I think I probably want it as a blocker. No point in swinging with Vanguard. And we need them to miss. Kalatos was a great draw for them. We're gonna have to like lose our factory to Shriekmaw. I should have done that last turn. I should have seen ahead and known like I don't have any other way to kill this. So I think now we do this and hope they don't have a kill spell. We get a 2/2 zombie, yeah. Block here. So they would have had to draw exactly a kill spell for Brightling. How greedy do we want to get? If they have a removal spell and we activate a Danto, they kill Brightling and we basically lose. As it currently stands, I think we can actually just do this. Okay. And I'm just going to hold up protecting this because a kill spell just destroys us. Whereas as it currently stands, the board's kind of at parity. We have chump blockers for Kalitas off of a Danto. I just can't let them kill my Brightling. That's too risky. Dude! Alright. Well, we're fighting an uphill battle now. Yeah, I don't like this. Well, now we have to start attacking with spirits. That's gross. Packrat was a decent top deck, some might say. And they have so much lifelink too. I'm not gonna play the Plains. Actually, it does kind of matter because we can gain a bunch of life off of Brightling. Yep. They can gain a bunch of life off of Kalitas. So this can become a 1/5, which cannot block that, which is unfortunate. But what we can do is block Kalitas and then bounce Brightling. That's an option. Hopefully missing that 1/1 token doesn't bite us too hard. Also, I only have 8 minutes left, so I need to play pretty quickly. So we're going to try and go a little bit on autopilot. Okay. Don't really want them gaining 5 life. Turn it to its hand. This card's amazing. Okay, make a thing. Port them down, just, you know, might as well. I imagine they're going to pack rat, but who knows? Maybe they have some weird 8-drop instant speed situation going on. Let's pre-combat Thalia. That way they are kind of incentivized to make the pack rat now. Yeah. Attack with a spirit. I kind of want to attack with a Vanguard too. Yeah. And just let it trade for the Chupacabra? Oh no, that's a bad idea. That was a bad idea. We can't let it die, so alright, we're paying 4 life. 1, 2, 3. Let's play Brightling. So we have some decent chump blockers. Opponent's at 13. We can easily draw like Sword or something like that. We can still do the trick where we bounce Brightling, preventing them from gaining life. And Thalia can block a Pack Rat, so they can't actually attack with the Pack Rats. Four life is sketchy. Four life is super sketchy. But, well, I don't know. I think we'll always have enough blockers to block Pack Rat. The problem is we're only hitting for one per turn. That's the biggest issue. Ooh, Midnight Reaper, okay. This is only non-tokens. That's good to know. Okay, no attacks, sweet. It's a great draw. 1, 2, 3, 4. Play Ranger. Mother of Runes is going to be amazing here. Yes. So let's get, I guess the only, wait. Oh, they already killed Mother of Runes? That's gross. Alright, Dauntless Bodyguard. I want to give Brightling Indestructible, I think. And then Student of Warfare. We're going to play and level up one time. Hit with the Spirit. Pass turn. So we have... Oh, I should have leveled up twice. I would have had 6 first strike power. Then Kalitox can't even attack profitably. Okay. Nice, Mana Tithe. Well, let's start leveling this up. I'm not going to attack with it this turn, right? Okay, so we're just going to attack in the air with the Spirit. Yep, blockers. Maybe we get him with Mana Tithe somewhere. Let's level this up a bunch. And this gives us a Danto activation plus Brightling mana. And we have enough first strike damage to block down Thalia. They make a Pack Rat here. Yep, discarding lands. Oh, that's clever. So they can draw a card and make more Pack Rats. Upkeep. Yeah, I don't want to port them. Because they can't really attack. Vampire Hexmage. That's kind of annoying. That stops Student of Warfare from doing stuff. Let's combat end step, make a thing. Ooh, nice. Do we have lethal now? We swords that. They have 3 blockers. They block. No, we definitely don't have lethal. But we can take them by surprise with swords. I think that's going to be really helpful. But our attacks are not good, so I'm still just going to attack with a Spirit here. Level this up a couple times. Six, 7. So they can trade Vampire Hexmage for it if they want to. They make a Pack Rat. Yep. No Rishadan port. We might actually win a game where our opponent Toxic Deluged our whole board. I'm not saying we're going to win the game, but it's definitely possible. Right? This can only target our student, yeah. Okay. I like this. Planes is pretty good. How much damage do we have right now? So they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blockers. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. They can block 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things. We don't have anywhere near lethal still. Okay, we just gotta keep trucking. Back with the spirit. Put him down to 8. Pass turn. We have 5 minutes left. We might actually just time out in this game. Yep. What? They didn't kill the spirit? Opponent thinks they have inevitability. Oh, I should have ported. I'm trying to save time. I don't know if it's really worth Rishid importing them. But I guess I can Manatee the 7-drop, so maybe that is worth it. Okay. Now, do they uptick or what do they kill here? Because they can uptick, get rats. Destroy target creature, student of warfare. I feel like now is the time to swords Kalitas. Yep, that happens. Make a thing. And let them do their stuff. Oh yes, Fairgrounds Warden is great here. Exile a rat token? Look at you. I can only give this vigilance. Can I 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that blocks 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They take 6 damage only. None of these attacks are good for us. But ugh, this is so bad. I think we have to attack up Nixilis, but this is not going very well for us because they can now make 2 rats a turn. Ugh. Yeah, maybe I should have just swung out, or I should concede. It's kind of hard to say. Maybe I should have sacked a vampire there. I hope I don't time out. Oh, 1 mana short. Okay, Grave Titan's very problematic. They're all tapped. Let's combat, instep, make a thing. I guess I just have to top deck something good. Selfless Spirit. Oh, that's nice. Selfless Spirit. Right link gains vigilance. Attack. 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 All these cards attack. I think I just have to go for it here. One, two. I have like very few blockers back, but we're gonna gain a bunch of life. I don't know. I just have to desperation attack because we're running low on mana here, or time. But we can Selfless Spirit to save our whole team. Maybe I should have swung out. It's like a hard balance between like what do I swing out with. Background blocks there and there. Man, if we had any pump spout, this would be gross. There makes sense. I think we definitely sacrifice Selfless Spirit here. Okay. Everything gains indestructible. Gains lifelink. Pump him up. Pump him up. No, I need to make a blocker here. Okay. Opponent's at 5, and I have a lot of attackers here. So I guess if they top deck a board wipe, they can get through. We should have enough life to get through this, I think. I have 4 blockers and they have 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I should be able to get through this. I think. We activated Dante, we have 4 blockers. We put Brightling on the pack rat, this here, this here. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4. We take 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 currently. Go over the throat there. Okay. That's kind of bad. We might die now. I maybe should have kept back 1 more creature. Yeah. I think we might die. Man, I should have... I think 1 more creature would have kept us alive here. Right, because that's 6, that's 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. We literally die by 1 damage. Alright, I guess I should have 6. I think I'm dead. 1 damage, that's brutal. Okay, we gotta play really fast for game 3. So... Armageddon seems good. Brightling seems really good though too. I like Angel of Invention. It gives us a way to just go over the top. Just flyers in general seem so good. Thalia's a bit meh. They have a lot of ground dudes. Stoneforge Mystic I like. 42. We have a lot to cut. Yeah, I think we're just gonna bring in a bunch of flyers. Here, Angel, Gideon. Sword seems bad against a deck with so much removal. And then... Selfless Spirit, Stoneforge. I guess if we're cutting Sword, we then cut Stoneforge. And we just run like big dude tokens. Yeah, that seems fine. Kind of like Armageddon on the play. It's just so powerful. And like with all these good 1-drops we have, it's pretty great. We could run... We do this. Just Angel of Invention, Armageddon. Everything's great. But she could wipe our whole board. Yeah, I'm gonna run Armageddon. I think on the play it has enough merit where we could just yoink a game. Oh yeah, let's keep. So we're gonna go Legion's Landing, turn 1. No upkeep stops. We gotta play super fast here. For the sake of mana, we're gonna play Selfless Spirit. Hit for 1. Really hope to not get Toxic Deluged. I really want to hit a land so I can Brightling next turn. Nice. Okay. Play you. So obviously this can get killed now, but we just got to get it out there. Chupacabra comes down turn 4. Yeah, that doesn't do it. Let's hit. It's an odd block. Alright, we basically need no Toxic Deluge, and I think we're pretty good. Okay, if we hit a land, we can flip Legion's Landing. No Toxic Deluge, please. Okay, Chupacabra killing Brightling is rough, but we can still flip Legion's Landing. We have to sacrifice a lot to do that. Okay, Plains is good. Level you up. Level you up. Hit for 3. Crack the Krulu end of turn. I guess I might as well just do it now. That way I can F6. And then if we hit Angel of Invention, then all of our creatures can attack pretty well. And this is a hard card to kill. Click this. F6. I don't like that. Deluge. Pay 2? Or pay 3? They go down to 10. Okay. Post-combat Angel. Servos. Go. We can flip Legion's Landing. We can start Kithian if they play anything scary. Kithian. Mom. Swing. They're at 8. Man, I should have played faster. 41 seconds is really sketchy. Okay, Consul's Judgment. Exile that. Yes, yes, flips. Sure. Play that. Do that. Okay. Okay. Indestructible Mom. 20 seconds left. Okay. God, no. He's a 4/4. He gains pro black. Did we get there? Did we get there? God. I have 2 seconds. 2 seconds. Yes, 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 we did it! Oh, that is how you win a game of Magic. Good, my... Oh! I have to go back to the board. What on earth? That was gross. I need to breathe. I'm gonna end the video here. My goodness. You made it this far? You just watched some great magic right there. Thanks for watching. See you guys next time.